Good evening and welcome to the City Council meeting of the City of Lenoir for Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. We welcome you here this evening. Glad to have everyone with us tonight. Another special occasion tonight coming up. One of those nights where we have some recognition. We kind of wish we could cancel those, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way. But we'll talk about that in a minute. As we go to our time of prayer and a moment of silence and our Pledge of Allegiance, would like for you to keep several things in your thoughts and prayers. Please keep the family of former Hudson Chief and the leader of our BLET program for the last several years, Andy Day, in your thoughts and prayers. Chief Day passed away over this past week, and we want to continue to think about his family as they move through these tough days. Also, some special announcements. Of course, we welcome our new incoming chief, Major right now, Major interim chief, Andy Wilson is coming in. So, well, he's will be the chief. Anyway, how about that? Still Major Wilson right now. But we welcome Andy. Thank you for coming in. And, of course, we'll be missing Chief Phelps as things continue to move on. But great transition coming for that. Thank you for being a part of that. Also, we welcome Dr. Church back tonight, and everything looks good. Are you walking okay back there? Good. Glad to hear that. So glad you're okay. Also, this week will be Juneteenth on Thursday, so we invite you to be a part of that and come down. I think there's a program on the square that will be coming up, so keep all those things in your thoughts and prayers as we move forward. Now, please join me. A moment of silence. Thank you. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Come down. We have a very special recognition tonight, honor. I'm going to ask Lieutenant Robinson, he will come up, and Chief Phelps, of course. Lieutenant? Good. Thank you very much for your service for all these years and being a part of the City of Lenoir, our fine police department. And you've been a wonderful asset to that. We will miss you very much, but we are excited for you as you move into a new phase of life. I know they'll keep you around somewhere for sure. Major Wilson is back here shaking his head, so we know that we'll do that. But we are proud and honored to have served with you, to call you friend, and thank you for all that you have meant to the citizens of Lenoir and Caldwell County for these years. We have a resolution to present to you, which I will read. In recognition of dedicated service, whereas on the 12th of December in the year 2002, Christopher Allen Robinson was appointed Patrol Officer 2 for the City of Lenoir Police Department by Chief Jack Warlick, and has admirably and with great distinction served the citizens of Lenoir during the tenures of 4 police chiefs. That prior to being hired by the City of Lenoir, Chris held a position as corporal in the Special Police Division at Catawba Memorial Hospital, where he was assigned as training officer and bike patrol supervisor. He also worked for Granite Falls Police Department for nearly 3 years. That, due to his diligent performance and exemplary leadership skills, Chris served on the department's traffic team for nearly 5 years before being promoted to platoon sergeant in 2009. He transferred to the investigations and supervised the narcotics division in 2014 before being promoted to lieutenant in 2015, where he served in a number of capacities, including road patrol, logistics, and training coordinator. That Lieutenant Robinson has been invaluable as a recruiter, a mentor to new officers, and served on many oral assessment boards at other agencies. He has been a member of our special response team and served as field training officer, advanced traffic crash reconstructionist, child passenger safety seat senior technician. Boy, there's some tough words in here. Safe Kids secretary, fraternal order of the police president, and crisis intervention team. He has been instrumental in developing and instructing classes in basic law enforcement, Citizens Police Academy, driving, general, and state mandated in service. That while working for Lenoir, Chris received the Advanced Law Enforcement Certificate from the North Carolina Criminal Justice Education and Training Standards Commission, completed first line supervision, FBI Command College, and Police Law Institute, and served on a number of committees. That Lieutenant Robinson has played an active, vital role in the community and shown his willingness to go above and beyond what is expected for the department, city, and community. He has received a number of accolades and awards throughout his career, to include the City of Lenoir Golden Rule for excellent customer service, Officer of the Year, Certificate of Merit, and completed the FBI Law Enforcement Executive Development Association Trilogy Program. That society and law enforcement has undergone many changes and challenges over the last 27 years, and Chris has stayed abreast through these changing trends to remain an effective leader, role model, and mentor to all whom he meets. That Chris has humbly served the citizens of Lenoir, City of Lenoir, and Caldwell County, and will be retiring on June 1st, 2025, with 27 years of credible service in the North Carolina law government retirement system. Therefore, be it resolved by the authority of the mayor and the city manager, on behalf of the city council, that Lieutenant Christopher Allen Robinson be an exemplary employee and is himself the epitome of the professional law enforcement officer. His contributions to the safety and well-being of the citizens of Lenoir and the officers of the Lenoir Police Department will be held on high esteem and in remembrance by his governing body, as well as all persons impacted by his accomplishments, his generosity, and compassion for those in need. This is the 17th day of June, 2025. Thank you, sir. Very honored to have served with you. You're welcome. Chief?
Congratulations. So all of these are difficult. When I think of Chris Robinson, there's several things that come to mind. I remember when he came from Granite to the police department. I was young in my career, still had dark hair at the time, and I remember thinking, wow, how do we get him? Because he had a really good reputation. He was a hard worker. You probably have heard the term a cop's cop. And that suits him well. One of the things for him in his last days at the police department, he's still giving 100%. Came in, I think, on the last weekend and met and helped some of our cadets that were in BLET, helped them study for some exams on Saturday. And that just goes to show his dedication to our department, but also our profession. He wants officers to be safe, to be well trained. He wants them to succeed, and so I'm jealous. I'm right behind him, but we've been very fortunate to have Chris Robinson at our department for all these years, and so he'll be missed. I know the administration of the police department is keeping him tied in to still keeping him to do a little bit of part-time work for us, and so we're excited about that as well. But Chris, congratulations. I love it.
I just want to say to the mayor and the city manager and the council, it's been an honor and a privilege to conduct the majority, most all of my career here at the city. I've worked at a couple different agencies, But I will say this, first and foremost, I've developed a brotherhood with the Blue, with the guys and gals at this department. It's a family. It's become a family affair. We look after each other, and I couldn't have been much happier. But foremost, I've come to realize even early on the importance and how much easier it is for you to do your job if you have the support of your government, your local government, and I cannot thank you enough. It's a blessing to work under people that truly support our people, our employees, everyone within the city, and I just can't thank you enough for everything you've done and continue to do. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're gonna do photos.
Yeah. Bring on, guys.
It's my fiance. Sure.
Okay. Come on, Calvin. You wanna
You'll probably
You got two
fit
meetings.
better back here.
Yeah, Councilman, say back there, y'all.
go back?
I guess they figured that out yet.
I don't want to stand behind Kobe.
Get eclipsed.
Bad enough back here with these council. All right, somebody's got to come over on this side.
No, you don't like me, but you gotta come over.
A little bit.
Listen to him tell the chief what to do.
Couple more days, couple more days.
All right, I think, yeah, I can see everybody. All right, look at me. One. Councilman Bill, you go this way. 1, 2, 3, cheese. 1, 2, 3, cheese. And of course, no flash, right? 1, 2, 3.
Lieutenant, thank you for everything.
Same, Chris.
Thank you, Lieutenant. We will see you soon, for sure. Okay, we will move on then to, on our agenda, the matter scheduled for public hearings this evening. We have a couple on here. The first one, this is for rezoning. This is for 824 Laurel Creek Drive. It'll be held to consider a rezoning request as requested by Marty Waters, applicant from Kestrel Holdings, LLC, for property located at 824 Laurel Creek Drive Northeast to be rezoned from CZR 15, conditional zoning, to B1 neighborhood business. As submitted, the planning board is in approval of the proposed rezoning based on the following consistency statement. All decisions of the planning board and the city council should be based on consistency of the proposal with the comprehensive plan and any other officially adopted plan that is applicable. The comprehensive plan's future land use map identifies this parcel as existing medium-density residential in yellow, flanked by existing non-residential and existing high residential density zones to the south and west, and existing medium residential density to the north and east. The proposed rezoning is consistent with the goals and the policy concepts of the comprehensive plan, as this would establish and reinforce the presence of either non-residential, lower intensity uses, or residential uses should the applicant decide to pursue that route. All right, I will open the public hearing, and I will bring up our planning director, Hannah Williams, for her statements and comments.
Thank you so much, Mayor and Council. Yes, this property is the former Farm Bureau location of Caldwell County at 824 Lower Creek Drive. It's been zoned R15, and a special use district was passed on it in 2007, which allowed for offices. The new owner is seeking to rezone the property to B1 neighborhood business, and the parcel is 0.6 acres. Currently, the only non-residential use allowed in, with its current zoning is offices. B1, it will enable the site to be redeveloped into bed and breakfast, daycare center, duplex or multifamily, boutique and artisan manufacturing, which is like a pottery studio, something small scale, neighborhood retail, business and personal service, studios and specialty schools, which is like a dance studio or a dojo, and with a special use permit, a restaurant without a drive-through would be allowed, and a church would be allowed, but that's with a special use permit. Planning Board adopted the consistency statement that Mayor Gibbons read for the record, and found that the proposed rezoning request consistent with the comprehensive plan, providing lower intensity uses in a neighborhood setting. So that concludes my comments about this case, and I'm available for questions as well.
Okay. Any questions, council, at this point? Anybody? We are in the public hearing, so if there's anyone who would like to address the council concerning this rezoning application, please come forward, give us your name and address. Yes, ma'am.
Kind of nervous. I've never really done public speaking before, but
You're fine.
I'm at 817 Hills Farm Street. I'm directly behind this building.
Okay. And your name is
I'm Terry Jackson.
Terry Jackson, okay.
I just came to see what type of business was going to be going into the building. So we don't know what type of business is going into the building.
I don't know, Hannah, you want? Okay, please do.
The owner, Kestrel Holdings, has not indicated plans to put a business here. He manages several properties and would rent it out to a tenant. And he was seeking just flexibility away from office use.
Okay,
That's about as far as I know about his development plans.
right.
But I think it's important to understand that you listed the permissible uses, and those would, any of those permissible uses would be allowed in this blue zone. So any of those things that you listed could go in there.
Okay, so like, once he decided what type of business was going into the building, as long as it falls under these requirements, there wouldn't be any type of, another hearing or anything.
No, no, ma'am.
Would you like her to read that list again for you?
Or can I get a list? Is there somewhere I can get the list?
We can,
I can address that as well. That list is in the staff report, which is available online. There's a public hearings page on the city's website. There's also links to the city council agenda packet, and that's where you'd be able to get this staff report. I'm sorry, I'm going to do a lot of scrolling for you here, but this is what the first page looks like. And if you received a letter from the city, there's a QR code in there. You scan that with your phone, and that will take you straight to this as well. And then, but on page, that's 3, 4. Here's a more thorough list for you, page 6 of this report. It has these listed here.
we can get her a printed copy of that
Okay.
if she needs it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to address the council while we're in the public hearing? Okay, seeing no one, I will close the public hearing and I will turn it over to council for any discussion and/or action. Okay?
Go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve the zoning change as submitted.
Okay, we have a motion from Councilmember Beal that we approve the rezoning as submitted by this. Is there any, do you have a comment?
No.
Okay. Any other discussion on it? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. That carries unanimously. Thank you very much. All right, we'll move on to the second matter of tonight's schedule for public hearing. This is a special use permit. This is for water tower improvements at 345 Finley Avenue. This is a quasi-judicial public hearing will be held to consider a special use permit to install an updated water tower with improved water pressure at city-owned property located at 345 Finley Avenue, North Carolina PIN number 2840908-724, and the three conditions listed below and on page 7 of the staff report. Those conditions, any new lighting for the water tower use shall be fully cut off and shielded so as to eliminate and minimize light spillover onto adjacent residential properties. Number 2 is our valid permits and inspections must be obtained for this use, including and any other federal, state, or local regulation that applies. And number 3, the applicant must obtain zoning from the Lenoir Planning Department within 2 years of the issuance of the special use permit. All proposed changes must adhere to Section 819, Section 5-2, the North Main Overlay District of the Lenoir zoning ordinance. The Planning Board is in approval of the proposed special use permit based on the following consistency statement. That is, that all decisions of the Planning Board and the City Council shall be based on the consistency of the proposal with a comprehensive plan and any other officially adopted plan that is applicable. The comprehensive plan lays out policy goals regarding its public services and public utilities, is one of several public services the City of Lenoir provides. The comprehensive plan acknowledges and encourages utility infrastructure improvements as necessary depending on the nature of that growth and development. This project falls in line with necessary improvements to infrastructure in conjunction with Lenoir's growth and change. So I will open the public hearing, and I will turn it over first to our city attorney to tell us about any special use things that need to be done for the permit.
So this is a quasi-judicial hearing, and I know each of you has been through at least one, and probably several of these at this point. As you know, we have to hear sworn testimony. It's eventually, you will offer the staff report into evidence, and if you find grounds to approve it, you would adopt the recommended findings or any other findings you might adopt. And then if you chose to approve it, you would just approve it subject to the conditions adopting it. You're essentially entering almost a almost a court order, and it is like a court hearing. So, and if anyone has any, I mean, it's obvious, this is city property, so technically each of you has a conflict, but not really, since it's a public utilities issue. Otherwise, the city could never get a special use permit because each of you would be conflicted out. That'd kind of make it difficult to get anything done. But if any of you have any particular, like if any of you, I guess, we're also the water department, I don't know how you could have a conflict beyond already being city council members, but I'm running on at this point. If you owned adjacent property, I don't know if that'd be a conflict either.
I don't think that's a
I don't think it would
conflict
be. Anyway, so
Okay.
don't
Thank-
go out, you shouldn't have gone out and looked at the site, because that would potentially influence your ability. So,
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Now, the public hearing has, I've already opened. I will now have our planning director, Hannah Williams, come up with any statements that she would have, and she needs to be sworn in for sure.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Okay. Before I begin, I'm going to do some more scrolling so that I have a visual aid from the staff report.
I read that pretty quick, but that was tough.
Please read.
So close. There we go. Okay, thank you, Mayor Gibbons and council, for hearing this case. As you know, the city has been preparing for a water tank at this location for some time. Since this is a residentially zoned parcel and it's an expansion of the public service facility, a special use permit is required. This site is zoned R6 multifamily with the S2 North Main Street overlay. The site currently has a city water tank on it. And the new water tank will increase water pressure for nearby residents. The water tank is 120 feet tall. New site developments include a paved driveway and a new concrete pad. Planning Board recommends approval of the special use permit and adopting the following findings of fact that I will read for the record. With regards to dimensions and other regulations of the district, the project proposed by the applicant will comply with all requirements of the R6/S2 overlay district. With regards to driveways and proper ingress and egress for automobiles in order to minimize traffic congestion and increase pedestrian safety, the applicant will utilize the existing private driveway onto the site. Number 3, with regards to compliant parking and loading areas, no expansion is proposed, so there will be no off-street parking or loading areas necessary. Number 4, with regard to normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding property for uses already permitted in the district, this use will provide improved water pressure for residential, business, and emergency purposes, including fire flow and drinking water pressures. Number 5, with regard to required screening and landscaping elements are already established on this existing utility site, but any newly required plantings will be installed by the applicant upon review of planning staff. Number 6, with regard to signage and lighting, if exterior lighting is needed, it will be designed to reduce glare and mitigate adverse effects. Signage will conform to the Lenoir sign ordinance. Number 7, with regard to conforming architectural appearance, there's an additional elevated water storage tower located adjacent to the existing, there is an additional elevated water storage tower located adjacent to the existing ground storage tower, and a new pump house will be built. Number 8, with regard to the intensity of the proposed special use, the new water tower will not be harmful or annoying to surrounding properties and will only be accessed during normal business hours or in emergency situations, as with the existing water tank on the site. That concludes the findings of fact, and I'm available for any questions.
Any questions of?
Would you like to
Yeah.
offer your report into evidence?
Yeah, I would like to submit the staff report for the public record.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
The staff report has been entered into the records officially.
I will add, Public Utilities Director Jeff Church is here, as well as a representative from McGill Associates, and they're available for comment or question as well.
Thank you. Any questions of Hannah, Dr. Church, or McGill? There he is. Joel is back there, Joel Whitford from McGill. Thank you for being here, Joel. All right, hearing none. Is there anyone who'd like to address the council concerning this issue? Again, as I was reminded, this is a sworn testimony and not a public hearing per se. All right, seeing none, I will close the sworn testimony and turn it over to council for any action.
Mayor, before
Okay.
I make a motion,
Go ahead.
I'd just like to compliment the department for all the hard work that you guys have put into this. I've been waiting for this for about 3.5 years now. And so now it's come to fruition. So again, thank you guys so much for the work that you put in. And with that in mind, I'd like to move that we approve this special permit.
Would you like to adopt the proposed findings as well?
Yeah, what he said.
We have a motion from Councilmember Perkins and adoption of the findings as well in that motion. Any other discussion from the council at all? If not, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you. That carries unanimously. Thank you. We're glad to, as Councilmember Perkins said, we're glad to see this come into fruition finally.
Hopefully at the July meeting, you'll have the bid tab for this project.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll move on then to consent agenda items. Next on our agenda tonight, that it consists of minutes of the city council meeting of Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. Item B is the approval, or excuse me, the minutes of the committee of the whole meeting of Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. Item C are closed session minutes. This is from the closed session minutes of Tuesday, May 27th, 2025, as reviewed by the city council and the city manager, and I assume the attorney reviewed them.
I'm reviewing them now.
Okay. On that, item D is the budget amendment. This is a request for amendments to be made to the annual budget ordinance for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025, as follows. Number one, approve the reallocation of general fund expenditures for such obligations as needed repairs for various equipment and buildings during the fiscal year, as well as professional services for various projects. Number two, approve the reallocation of enterprise fund expenditures such as equipment and contracted services. And number three is approve the funding for Main Street expenditures. And then item E is a resolution, of course, presented to Lieutenant Robinson tonight in honor and recognition of his 7 years of service to the police department, city of Lenoir, and its citizens. That's your consent agenda items A through E. I will open it up to council for any discussion, and when you're ready and/or motion.
Mr. Mayor, well, I was gonna say, subject to any changes or amendments from our legal counsel, I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
All right, we have a motion from Councilmember Purdue that we approve the consent agenda, items A through E as presented. Nothing else to come up. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you. Next on our agenda will be any requests and petitions of any citizens. If there's anyone that would like to address the council tonight, we'll be glad to hear from you. Welcome. Anyone here? Seeing no one? All right, we'll move on. We do not have reports of any boards and commissions tonight, so we'll move on to the report and recommendations of the city manager, Mr. Hildebrand.
Mayor, council, a couple items for information this evening. As the mayor mentioned earlier, the city will be hosting a Juneteenth celebration at the downtown Lenoir stage on Thursday, June 19th from 4 to 9 p.m. The event is free to the public. If it rains, we'll plan to go to the campus auditorium for that. It's a fallback, but right now it's scheduled outdoors. Also, this Friday night, we have Friday Night Live. You'll have Al G and friends be playing soul, R&B, and funk downtown on June 20th, Friday, June 20th. It's open to the public, and I think that starts at 7 p.m. The planning board will meet on Monday, June 23rd, 2025, and they'll be holding that meeting in the council chambers we're in tonight. The committee of the whole will meet on Tuesday, June 24th, 8:30. That'll be third floor City Hall. The fourth annual Neon Night Ride will be held on Friday, June 27th at the Lenoir Rotary Soccer Complex. The event will begin at 8:30, and more details are available on the city's website, www.cityoflenoir.com/NNR. The city council will not meet on July 1st due to the holiday week. The next city council meeting will be held on Tuesday, July 15th at 6 p.m. The Foothills Regional Airport Authority will meet on Wednesday, June 25th at noon at the airport. As we mentioned a couple meetings ago, the annual fireworks display will be held on Saturday, July 5th, beginning at 9:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. It's 9:30 p.m. So that's a misprint on your agenda. If you come early, you'll get to see a lot of fireworks, I guess. But 9:30 p.m. at Optimus Park. Please note that's on the 5th, not the 4th. Also, the North Carolina Blackberry Festival will be held on Friday, July 11th through Saturday, July 12th in downtown Lenoir. The festival will open at 5 o'clock to 9 p.m. on Friday and then run from 9 o'clock a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. on Saturday. And I think that's the 20, Brenda, you know what year that is? The 20 what? 22. So
22nd one?
22nd annual. So invite folks to attend that as well. With that, unless you have questions, that's all I have this evening.
Any questions of Mr. Hildebrand concerning any of the items of information or any upcoming events at all? Okay, seeing none. We'll move to our report and recommendations of our city attorney, Mr. Rohr.
No, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. And the report and recommendation from the mayor's office. We do have a couple of board appointments for you tonight, reappointments, actually, and appointments. The Caldwell Railroad Commission has not been active over the last few years, but is coming back into play, and our representatives on that were Mayor Pro Tem David Stevens, Councilmember Todd Perdue. Both have agreed to continue serving, and we would like to bring them up to be considered to be reappointed to that commission at this point. And then on our Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, we had 2 open seats there, and I would make a recommendation to you that Melissa Hong and Rebecca Heights be appointed to the Parks and Recreation Board. Both have agreed and were willing to serve and have been interested in our recreation and involved in our recreation program in many ways. And I've talked to our Recreation Director, Phil Harper, about it, and he seems to be, he very well would like this to happen. So I'll bring those to you tonight for your recommendation or approval of these recommendations for these boards. Entertain a motion, if you will.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve your recommendations.
All right, we have a motion from Councilmember Presswood that we approve the recommendations for both the Caldwell Railroad Commission and the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board as presented. No other discussion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. And we'll move on then to any report and recommendations of our council members. Tell us about the musical the other night. It was very, very good at the campus, the Sylvia Green night there. So.
Yeah, it was a really nice event. Thank you, Mayor and council members. And Mr. Bill performed at the event, but it was a great turnout. It was the Sylvia Ann Green evening of gospel, jazz, and soul, music and entertainment. And we gave out 3 scholarships in Ms. Green's name, $500 scholarships. Of course, Freeman Culture Center is a nonprofit organization, so we'll continue to do great work in the community, and we appreciate the support. Great turnout. And thank the city and the Parks and Recreation for allowing us to use the campus. It's beautiful. I think we were the last, after Juneteenth rain date, probably the last official event before
Until
it
we
kind of
get
shuts
some
down to get.
new things done, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other council members have anything to?
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
I'd just like to say to the manager, the council, and the staff, I really appreciate how much information is online for our city government. That when we had a question tonight from a resident, Hannah was able to show her exactly where online she could find that. We have so much information out there, and that is not common for all local government. And I really think we need to thank our staff and Mr. Hildebrand for his guidance on that, because that really makes residents feel much more confident about their local government. So thank you, staff. Thank you, Mr. Manager. Just want to say that.
Thank you, Mr. Harris, very much for all you guys do for that, that's for sure. All right, anything else to come before us tonight? If not, we stand adjourned.